Let's hear from Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino now, following his side's draw to Burnley, 10-man Burnley as well. He said his side didn't compete at the level to win games in the Premier League.
Well, Mauricio, a frustrating afternoon in the end. How did you see the game?
No, really frustrated because I think we made everything to win in the offensive phase, but in the defensive phase we didn't were tough. We were not managing well the whole situation. I think we didn't compete when we didn't have the ball. That is the most important thing. That if we not increase our level when we don't have the ball, I think always you can struggle in a Premier League, in a competitive league like the Premier.
I just want to ask you about the decisions. Did you feel that it was a penalty and therefore a red card for Burnley?
I think it was penalty before with Disasi when he scored, and that disallowed the goal. And then, of course, I think watching after on the TV, I think was a second yellow card and was penalty.
I don't know what he's going on about.
Okay.
Disasi.
Jamie,
I mean, it was handball.
There's a problem when managers, to me, start waffling in interviews and stuff. You know, you've seen it from Ten Hag, you've seen it from previous managers. He says, right,
do it every week.
He says that, right, if you look at all the data in the table, we should be in fourth position, but for different reasons, we are not there. Chelsea ranked fourth in the division for expected goal difference per game. That's what's led to him saying that. So I feel like someone at Chelsea needs to explain, like, data. Mauricio, Chelsea, 11th in the Premier League as it stands.
Yeah,
they're almost as close to the relegation zone as the Champions League spots. Chelsea aren't in the top 10 side for shots, joint 10th for clean sheets, 10th for goals conceded, 10th on tackle success rate, 14th on expected goals conceded when compared to every other team in English top flight, conceded 18 shots to 10-man Burnley, who got a man sent off after 40 minutes. What's he waffling on about? They should be fourth. Because you've got the expected goal difference per game should put you fourth. I'll give up, mate. What chance we got?
We ain't got no chance, mate. But let's go to Sean, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Sean?
Good evening, Sean. Good evening, mate.
Shawny,
nice show. Gabby?
Look, your manager's coming out and saying that it wasn't good enough today, but he does think that you should be fourth. Look, what's your take on the side right now? Because I just watch her. You honestly, like some of the performances from the players is rubbish.
Yeah, I think we've been pretty shocking throughout the season. We've had some good spells. I do think Poch is the right man at the minute. I think he'll come good. He just needs to be able to buy a striker that will actually get us those expected goals that you're on about. Because I don't think Jackson's quite there at the minute. So hopefully if we can get a good striker.
Do you think that's the answer? Just spending again, buy another striker, and that's going to solve all your problems? I think there's bigger problems there. I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, the long contracts didn't help anyone, did it? I think there's a lot of players not worried about being sold on and stuff like that. No, we've eight years on a contract. It's only Cole Palmer really and Gusto at the minute that can hold the heads up. But
let's be honest though, Sean. Like he's coming out with crazy quotes like we should be fourth to the data. What are you talking about? You're 16 points off fourth. Like the Premier League is how the Premier League should be. Do you know what I mean? Like that you're inconsistent, and that's the reason why you're not anywhere near the Champions League places.
Yeah, he's clutching a little bit. I think he's trying to protect himself, but I think he will come good. He's a good manager. He didn't win much at Tottenham.
Well, is that Digger Jamie?
Well, we didn't win anything. We didn't win nothing. And now you've got him. It's normally us taking your managers. I don't know why you'd want one of ours.
I think he can turn it round. I think he's a good man manager. Once he's had another year with these young kids, they'll come good. You know, it's no one possibly saw Mudrik's form, you know, or lack of it. Jackson on his day, you know, he's quite good, but at the same time he misses a lot of chances. But you know,
I know, Sean. You say that though, mate. Right? You played against 10-man Burnley, who really have almost been, you know, the whipping boys this season, along with Sheffield United, and you should have got beat. Like you can't tell me there's an identity that you're trying to get out of this squad. What I see is a group of players who ain't actually that good, and you've brought them in for potential. And I'm not seeing it. Apart from Cole Palmer, who I think is fantastic, and Gusto looks like he could be a player. The rest of them, mate, I'm looking at them going, this ain't the Chelsea side that I'm used to seeing.
No, I mean,
winning mentality, you know,
Yeah.
not conceding goals, never getting beat at home. That is just totally gone.
Yeah, I mean, you used to feel a little bit more confident whenever you had Chilwell and Reece James in the team. You'd think, right, we stand a good chance here, but they're
Made a
always
glass, the
injured.
pair of them.
Yeah, they're always injured. So, I mean, Gusto's stepped up. Palmer's always consistent. It's just, I hope they don't sell Gallagher as well, which is looking likely by all accounts. But
Yeah, I'll take him. The Spurs, I'll be honest with you, I like him. I just like his effort. I like his work rate.
Yeah.
What he lacks in talent, you know, world-class talent, I tell you what, he makes up for it in, you know, his dedication and his fight and his hunger. I like him for that, you know?
Yeah, and he plays for the shirt, doesn't he? So he's fingers crossed we don't lose him. But you know, you never know with Bowley what he's going to do next.
I know, yeah, I think that's a worry for sure. Sean, top man, I want to hear more from Chelsea fans. What's the way forward with the football club? Because you are really and truthfully in disarray. You can keep talking about it, but the fact that you're, you know, on page 2 of the Premier League is just nowhere near good. You're 11th in the table, below Wolves, and they were the odds-on favourites to go down this season.
But Jamie, what the data means is that we are in a good way. What data? Poch? Mauricio, tell us.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.